witness is going to be real projects for real customers. Now, the cool thing is I'm going to get into character because these scripts are mostly cartoon or animation related, which means I'm going to be excited, I'm going to be enthusiastic, energetic. You're going to be able to see the different emotions that I put into a character, so that should be interesting to watch. So yeah, awesome. This first project I actually did an audition for live last time, and so the customer needed a voice for this little lightning bolt character. He's an animated lightning bolt, and I sent him a couple different variations of the voice, one of which he actually got back to me and said he loves how it sounds, he loves the voice. So now I'm back in the booth and I'm about to do the real thing for that customer. So let's go ahead and start off with that project. Again, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, about how to get started, anything specific that you want to know about, you can go ahead and drop that into the comments. Now, before we start, can we get to our first 500 likes? Double tap that screen, hit that like button. Let's get to 500 likes. That lets me know you're excited, you're ready to learn, you're ready to watch. So let's do that real quick. Double tap that screen for me. Let's get a couple of likes in here. I will go ahead and pull up the project. So once again, I'm actually voicing over this lightning bolt. So let me go. His personality is very energetic and enthusiastic. So they actually love the first. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up the voice that I sent them so I can get a refresher. I want to remember how that voice sounds. So let me do that first.
Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm? I'm Zing, here to infuse some excitement and fun along the way. I'm the Energizer, here to help your brain get into the right state to generate your best ideas. I'll keep the energy flowing.
I'll keep the energy flowing.
So that's the one they like.
Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm?
Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm?
So I got the character. I listened to the reference that I recorded. That's the voice they want. That's what I'm going to use in the script. If you guys have any questions, drop it down to the comments. King Dragon says, I want to get into voice acting. Where do you find the work? So I use voiceover websites. There's lots of great websites online. You need a demo. You can market yourself on those websites. You can audition for projects. There's tons of great projects online. So that's how I do it. How cool. Great character. Thank you, Amy. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the script now. And we'll go ahead and do the real thing. So let me just scroll back up here. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to play that voice one more time so I can get the refresher. Again, I want to have that voice locked into my head so I can make a consistent character every time I do this project. And so that's a little piece of advice is if you're doing a character, always listen to the original voice so you can have the fresh voice, the character fresh in your mind. Otherwise, the character starts to change over time or you might do a different voice. And the customers will definitely notice. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the script right now. I got it loading on my computer. Truck from Cars or Pig from Toy Story. I don't know if I could do those characters. I might be able to do an imitation, but I would need to pull up a reference. But yeah, those would be some fun characters to do. Okay, so my character is a bolt of energy. He's always bursting with passion, playfulness, and excitement. He's spreading his infectious energy. So that's what the customer is telling me. He's infusing excitement and fun into the creative process. So he's just an energetic, exciting kind of guy. Remember, my character is literally a lightning bolt. So let me check it out. Let me see my script here. Okay, found it. I'm going to listen to the voice one more time just to get it fresh in my head.
Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm?
Let me check my sound levels.
Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm?
I kind of like that. I kind of like that character. And yep, sounds on point.
Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm?
Cool, that's the voice we're going to use. Here we go. Okay, let me read the script here. So the character before me says, with innovation tools and Spark's creative behaviors, we're going to cook up some amazing ideas and actually bring them to life. But there's one more key ingredient we can't forget. And that's when I say my lines. It's always important to read the other lines so you have a good idea of what's going on in the scene. Let me know if we have any questions here. Can we get to 1,000 likes real quick? Double tap that screen for me. Double tap that screen. Okay. Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm? All right, here we go. Oh, let me record. Never forget to hit record. I've done that sometimes where I actually forget to hit record. So I always check now.
Oh, I know, Duncan. Oh, I know, Duncan.
Let me hear the character one more time.
Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm?
What would you do without my electrifying charm? Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm? I'm Zing, here to infuse some excitement and fun along the way. I'm the Energizer, here to help your brain. I'm the Energizer, here to help your brain get into the right state to generate your best ideas. I'll keep the energy flowing. I'm the Energizer, here to help your brain get into the right state to generate your best ideas. I'll keep the energy flowing. Hold on tight, it's going to be a zingy ride. Hold on tight, it's going to be a zingy ride. Hold on tight, it's going to be a zingy ride.
Lots of energy. Lots of energy. All right, next script. This is an easy one. I just have one line here.
How's it? How's it? How's it? How's it? How's it? How's it?
Hello, Duncan. Hey.
How's it? How's it? How's it?
So he's a lightning bolt, so he's electricity basically. So that's why he does that kind of effect. It gives him a unique character and a unique personality too. Because it's an animation project, you want to be creative like that. And just have fun with it. So let's hear what it sounded like. I think it came out pretty good, but let's take a listen to it.
What would you do without my What would you do without my electrifying charm? Oh, I know, Duncan. What would you do without my electrifying charm? I'm Zing. I'm the Energizer, here to help your brain get into the right state to generate your. Hold on tight. It's going to be a zit. Hold on tight. It's going to. How's it? Zit. How's it? How's it? Zit.
I'll take out my breath.
Zit. How's it? How's it? Zit. How's it?
All right, that's the script. So those were the lines there, and that's $200 project done. $200 project. I posted that on my TikTok today earlier. That is the script that I'm going to be sending in. So pretty cool stuff. As you can see, it didn't take me too long, but I did get the results that we're looking for.
I'm the Energizer, here to help your brain get into the right state to generate your best ideas.
So let's go ahead and export that out and then deliver it. So I actually edited all the mistakes out. There were some small little breaths in there that I was able to take out, and that's pretty much it. I took out some breaths, and I have some presets that I use to make it sound as good as possible. Cool. So do you recommend giving them options? Yes. So the first time they came to me, they actually gave me the script. It was an audition. They said, we're looking for a voice for our character, and we want to know if you can send us some auditions so we could see if you're the right fit. And so I sent them different types of voices, and they actually loved the first voice that I sent them. The funny thing is, I actually did the auditions on TikTok Live, so I did that live, and they actually, decided to go with that. So yeah, giving them options is great because then they can select the best one they like. What program are you using? This is FL Studio. Another good one is Adobe Audition, and another good one is Audacity. Those are 3 programs that I can recommend. How do you think AI is going to affect voiceover work? AI is not a voice actor, so it doesn't have soul, it doesn't have life. It's its own thing. AI doesn't voice act, it just talks. And as you could see, there was a lot of emotion and direction, and every take was very different in this character. And that's not something that AI can replicate. So the jobs are still growing, they're still flowing. Customers want real human emotions and real actors for their projects. Did you send them all those clips? That's what I'm about to do. Yep, all these clips that I just recorded live, that's what I'm actually sending the customer right now. So the file is saved on my computer now, ready to go. So $200 project, already good to go. Now I'm going to move on to the next project here, and it's another cartoon project. So all the ones I'm doing today are going to be cartoon or animated projects, so it should be pretty fun. How come you use 3 different programs? I don't use 3 different programs, Julie. Those were just 3 different recommendations just to give you some options to choose from. However, I have used all of those programs. I only use FL Studio now, but I recommend Audacity because it's free. A lot of people just want to get their toes wet, and FL Studio is not free. And so whenever someone asks me what program I use, I always recommend Audacity because typically someone will ask that question because they want to know what kind of program they can use. And so I like to give different options just to give different choices. Okay, cool, yes. And sometimes the customers will want a revision, so they want more energy, or they want a different delivery, or a different sort of, a different tempo. And so they'll let you know, can you do this with more energy, or can you do this a little different? And then you just, you can just redo it. Where did you pull these jobs from? So most of my jobs I get from Fiverr. Some of them, they reach out directly through email, social media. But I started on Fiverr on 2010, and I just grew my reputation on there. So a lot of people know me now, and they reach out to me directly. But I still get work from Fiverr. That's one of my best websites. Okay, cool. So that one's done. Let's move on to the next project. Now this is actually a brain. This is a brain that I'm going to be voicing. So it's an animated brain. But here's the thing. He's not actually saying anything. He doesn't speak. He just makes funny noises. So this should be interesting. I'm going to look at the script and see what this brain could sound like. Okay, so I have the picture of the brain here. The pinky, and the brain. Not that brain, an actual human brain. So let's check it out. I wondered if they were all used for different types of jobs. Gotcha. No, they all do the same kind of purpose, Julie. it's just a matter of preference which program you want to use. So they all do different things though. I mean, they all do the same purpose, just different programs. Okay, let's see, the brain. I could see him having kind of that kind of a voice. Hey, hey, I'm the brain. Hey, ooh, hey, oh, ooh.
Hey. Hmm. Ooh. Uh. Ooh.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so kind of goofy sounding voices. That's kind of what I imagined for this character. The first one was kind of like a Patrick Starfish kind of a voice. That's what I imagine when I see this character. So for me, I just took a look at the image and I just started to create a voice that I thought would fit his personality. Hey. So he's kind of dopey, kind of doofy, and I mean that's what I see when I see his image. So the customer will let me know if he wants changes to that, but that's what I see when I see the character, and I like to go off of my intuition first. And oftentimes the customer likes what I come up with, but if they want changes, it's all good. So let me send that to the customer. So that was a simple project. Let me go ahead and send that real quick. So three different voices, three different brain voices. I kind of imagine a dopey sounding voice, but let me know if you need any changes to it. Alright, so that one is sent. Funny. Is each sound a different sound bite or are they all sent together as one? I sent it all together as one. Good question. Um, Sometimes the customer does want individual sound bites or files, and that definitely takes more time, so I always charge more for that. But in this case, it's still an audition, so they want to know which voice would fit their character, so I sent them three different styles of voices for the brain. So that one's done. Let's move on to the next one. And I think we got, this might be the last project for the day. So let's check it out. And now this is a customer that I've already been working with for a while. And so they actually have a reference voice that I did for them already. So as always, listen to the reference material to get a fresh image in your mind of what the voice is like. So I'm going to do that right now.
Spin the Ripper. It'll help you. Spin the Ripper. It'll help you.
Spin the
Spin the
Ripper.
Ripper.
Spin the Ripper.
It'll help you.
It'll help you.
So what you're saying is
So-
that Camille just has to say, "I am excited" when she's afraid to give a presentation.
When she's afraid
all
to,
of a sudden,
and
the shaky
all of a
hands
sudden,
and
the
stuff
shaky
will
hands
disappear.
will disappear.
So what you're saying is that Camille.
So I like to repeat after it to try to get it close. So I'm listening to the voice, to the recording, and I'm also listening to my voice, and I'm making micro adjustments in my head so I can get it as close as possible so that it's consistent.
Just has to say, "I am excited."
I am
when she's
excited,
afraid to
and
give a
she's afraid to give a
presentation,
presentation,
And all of a sudden, the
and
shaky
all of a
hands
sudden-
and stuff will disappear.
Will disappear.
So,
So
what you're saying is
saying
that
is
Camille just
that
has,
Camille
to,
just
say,
has to say,
"I am excited."
"I am
when
excited."
she's afraid to give.
I am excited. So what you're saying is all I have to say is, and the shaky hands and stuff will go away.
Alright, here we go.
Wait, the protector just said for us to hang tight. Wait, the protector just said for us to hang tight. Wait, the protector just said for us to hang tight. Meeting up with new friends. 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 Answering a question in class. Answering a question in class. Answering a question in class. Same, and definitely my chest too. Same, and definitely my chest too. Same, and definitely in... Same, and definitely my chest too. Same, and definitely my chest too. Same, and definitely my chest too. Waves of anxiety are uncomfortable but not dangerous. Waves of anxiety are uncomfortable but not dangerous. Waves of anxiety are uncomfortable but not dangerous.
Done. Cool. So that was just a quick one there. That's a $40 project. Good to go. Now notice when I was doing the reading, like when I was doing this, in the script he's reading. He's reading off of a book or something in his hands. So I'm mimicking the action and I'm making it kind of choppy so that the character is also it's believable, is also reading it. So that's what I mimic the actions that they're doing. There was one where he was surfing, and so I was kind of like doing this.
And meeting new friends too.
Right? It's a little bit louder, and I make my body a little shaky because I'm trying to keep my balance. So you want to mimic the actions of the characters as well. I so hope I get to that point, but my start is slow. That's okay. It's okay. All progress is good progress. There's no rush. There is no rush. So let me just take out my mistakes. I've only made like 2 mistakes in this script, and I already took them out. This is good to go. Now I'm gonna play it back real quick.
Meeting up with new friends. Meeting up with new friends. Meeting up with new friends. Answering a question in class. Same, and definitely my chest too. Waves of anxiety are uncomfortable, but not same. Wait, the protector just said for us to hang tight.
Perfect. I like how that came out, and I'm just gonna title it. I always title it either the company name. In this case, it's an animation, so I'm gonna label it my character name, and then the customer name. That way I can easily find that in the future. So let me go ahead and save it up and send that puppy, and we're good to go. Done. We are done. I'm gonna save a high resolution copy too, just in case the customer wants that. And I do usually charge for the WAV file, which is the higher resolution audio file. So I'm going to keep both just in case. And let me just upload it real quick. So that is what I do for each project. As you can see, there was some behind the scenes of how I get into character, of how I read the scripts, and you know, kind of my process of bringing these characters and these scripts to life. By the way, if you're excited to get started, we do have a starter course. We do have a starter course. The starter course actually walks you through the process step by step, what mic to get, how to use it, how to put your booth together, the recording and editing process. That's all in the starter course. The starter course is only a one-time $27 for lifetime access. It also includes the different scripts in different genres, animation, commercial, radio. There's different scripts in there to help you put together your first recording demo. And there's optional bonus guidebook that goes into the best websites and jobs to succeed. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Go to the link in my bio where you can enroll in the starter course. So once again, that is available in the link in my bio for a one-time 27 bucks. And of course, we'll be live every day. Um, I'm going to hang around and answer some more questions, but this concludes the recording. That was 3 different projects. We got them done live and on the spot. So I just finished uploading, and I'm going to ask them if they want the WAV file. Done and done. If you want to play. Cool. Let me know if we have any questions. Those were pretty fun. Those were pretty good scripts. All right, cool. I'm just going to go ahead and send it to him. All right, I'm going to put some background music on too. I'm so glad we get to see this. Julie, I'm glad that you are enjoying the recording session. I'm going to go ahead and get a little comfortable here. Hold on a second. All right. So if you just joined in, it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to hang around a couple more minutes to answer questions. Julie says there's a book you can purchase too, which is helpful because he educates you on the software and etc. Yes, so that's the bonus guidebook. Thank you for mentioning that, Julie. I got as far as reading my book. Mom had surgery, so I'll take my course next week. Awesome. Yeah, the book has a lot of valuable information in it, Julie, but definitely dive into that starter course because there's the video lessons in there. You'll actually learn step by step how to do everything. So very important. And reach out to me, when you're ready. But hope your mom is doing better. Is she okay? Hope everything was well. Not sure how serious the surgery was, but it's surgery nonetheless. So hopefully it wasn't too serious, and hopefully she's doing okay. But anyway, let me know if we have any questions about this. That was cool. That was cool. I like getting on the microphone. Sometimes people ask me to, hop in the mic, hop on the booth. I will. Hip replacement. She's great. Okay, cool. I hope she is doing better. I hope the recovery is smooth. I know there's definitely a rehabilitation phase, and so hopefully that goes smooth as well. But anyway, that's so cool that you are, still here and still, doing the best that you can. So anyway, I'm just here to help. But what else here? So yeah, I think the cool thing about these characters is you really have to believe you're the character. You really have to get into that mindset of what is this character gonna feel, and what is this character gonna think, and how does this character move. Once you're really into character, you can really bring it to life. And so I think customers can notice that. So that's how I feel. I really get into the character, and I do my best to bring the projects to life. We're almost at 3,000 likes. Double tap that screen if you're enjoying the content. Let me know if we have any more questions. We've been live for a good amount of time here, so just let me know. Come on. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the jobs are done. The jobs are done for today. Delivered. I'm excited to be a part of this project. I think this is going to turn out really good. Oh, wait a second. I have one more project to voice, and I totally forgot about it. So let's go back into the booth. By the way, we do have a YouTube channel. Go to YouTube real quick, type in VoiceOver Freedom, and then come right back. That's our YouTube channel. Okay, let me see. We have a few more stories that need voiceovers. We love your creativity and sound quality. So here's our next story with 3 characters. Dan, Dan's aunt, and little cousins. We're teaching kids about disappointment. Can you provide me with an estimate for the entire story? Mail for Dan. Okay, cool. Let me check that out real quick. So, this is a new customer. I hope Axel is here still. Awesome. Let me check this out real quick. So what I'm going to do is, the customer sent me a script, and what I like to do is I like to look at the whole thing, look at the pictures, see what their expectations are so I can actually voice the characters, and I feel pretty confident about it. So they want several clips based on each page. They want a certain loudness, so they put their specs in there. They even said the text in bold and underlined should be full of emotions. A US accent, okay? And they're showing images of what the app looks like. Kenna says, when you join the classes, do you need headphones, or does that not really matter until later on? You don't need headphones. It doesn't matter until later on. So yeah, if you enroll in the course, you don't need headphones. The first module in the course goes over the equipment to get. So the mic, sound treatment, any of that content. So you can enroll in the course without any sort of equipment. That's what you learn the first day. Charles, thank you for the rose. He was sad he missed you working. Good question. Yeah, so you can even start recording and editing without headphones, but eventually, once you get to the projects, you will want headphones, because the headphones let you hear all the details so you can edit to the best of your ability. Yep, very good question. Okay, now I'm looking at the book. Deep Sea Disappointment. A story about disappointment. Today is the day! I am going to the Under the Sea Carnival with my auntie. I don't know if Dan is young or old, because it's a picture of a fish. Dan and his aunt. So I don't know. Oh, he's a kid. He's young, because I think he's got to be young. He's asking his aunt to go to the carnival. So yeah, he's got to be a young fish. So I would do something a little bit higher pitched.
Today is the day! I'm going to the Under the Sea Carnival with my auntie.
Something like that. Cool. I like that. I'm gonna send him a sample just so I can get confirmation. See, sometimes, even if the customer gives you instruction and images, you don't know if the customer is gonna like the voice until they hear it. And so I want to send them a sample real quick, just so I can get that, just so I can get that, what was I gonna say? Just so I can get that confirmation that the customer loves the voice before I voice the whole project. So that's definitely something that I recommend. Always that communication. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's stop the music real quick. All right, we're gonna voice this project. Come on. It's a pretty simple project, but I think it will sound great. Let's pull up always make sure it's recording. Test. Yeah. All right, here we go. Deep Sea Disappointment. Me and mine. Story about disappointment. A story about disappointment.
Today is the day! Today is the day! I am going to the...
That's a hard one. So that's a little out of my range. I'm gonna try it again.
Today is the day! I am going to the Under the Sea Carnival with my auntie. And today is the day! I am going to the Under the Sea Carnival with my auntie and 3 cousins. I'm so excited! Can we go yet? Well, I'm all ready. Well, I'm all ready. I have my token money for the games, my sunscreen, and my special ride pass.
That's a good enough sample. I think what I'm guessing is he's gonna want a lot more younger sounding voice. That's my guess, but I'm gonna see, and hopefully you'll like my narration voice.
Disappointment. Mine. Story about disappointment.
Today is the day.
This one.
Today is the day. I'm all ready. Today is the day.
And here's a cool trick. Sometimes you can use the software to make your voice higher pitched so you can actually make it sound younger. So let me go ahead and try that real quick. I'm going to pitch it up and see if you can tell the difference.
Today is the day.
See how much younger it sounded? All I did was change the pitch using the software. And I can make it sound even higher pitched.
Today is the day.
See that? How much of a... It's cartoony, but sometimes that's what they need. That's what they like.
Today is the day. I am going to the Under the Sea Carnival with my auntie and 3 cousins. I'm so excited.
But the thing about that is if you add too much, it starts to sound a little too fake. So I try to be kind of reasonable with it.
Today is the day. I am going to the Under the Sea Carnival with, I'm all ready. I have my token money for the games, my sunscreen, and my deep sea.
Okay. Let's go ahead and send that to them. Story audition. I think it sounded pretty good, but we'll see. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. The interpretation of the script is awesome to witness. I'm sure you give several iterations. That sounds great, Charles. Thank you. Do you typically do that a lot or more when you first started? Do you mean like when I choked? Or do you, or what do you mean by that, Julie? It just happens if I like go too out of my range. But if I warm up, then I can do it. But some characters are very difficult if they're like very high pitched. So it just depends. But I'm gonna actually send this to him now. Here's a quick sample of the narrator voice and Dan's voice. Is it good, or do you want something younger sounding? Okay, I'm gonna do that. And I got one more project here. So let's go ahead and look at that. Do we have any questions about anything? Give samples, not choke. Oh, give samples. Yeah, I've always done that. And it's good to do that because, well, here's the thing. There were times in the past where I wouldn't give samples, actually. I wouldn't give samples. And then what happened was I did the whole project, but the customer would say, you know what, we didn't really like this voice, can you do it like this? And so what would happen is I'd have to do the entire project again. And so through experience, I learned that it's better to get their confirmation on just a quick sample so that they love that voice. And then once they have approved the voice, you can do the whole project. It just saves time. It's more efficient. It's better. Can anyone with a voice get paid to do voiceovers? You can, Maria, but you have to find your niche. So everybody's voice is different. Everybody's voice is going to be great in certain niches. And so you have to experiment. You have to find out what kind of styles and genres your voice would be a good fit for. So that's what I recommend. But yeah, there are all kinds of projects for male voices, female voices of all different ages. Again, it's just deciding what kind of demo to create, and then the right people will work with you and will want to work with you. So that's what I would recommend. You got to find what your voice is best for. Once you send the samples, before you give them 2 edits, yes, you are correct, Charles. I give them 2 free revisions. That means if they want to change something like the speed or the enthusiasm, or they just want a different voice, I'll give them 2 free revisions. And it's a pretty normal part of the process. Sometimes they just want to change something, or they want to hear something a little different. And you know what's interesting is sometimes they love the voiceover. They say, we love it, but can you just do one more just for good measure? And so they just want another one just because. And I'll do it. You know, if they're happy with the voice, I'll give it to them. So it just depends. But ultimately, I just want happy customers. so that way they keep coming back. Let me look at the last project I have here. Okay, so this, yeah, so this is a VR project, and let me see. This is what the customer says. He says, if you are up for it, I would like you to listen to this reference. It should be fun for all ages, enthusiastic. These are the test lines. So I have some sample lines here. And all right, let me test it out. Let's see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Okay, kind of like a game announcer voice. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are recording. Let's dive in. Welcome, dear contestants, to the Carnival Showdown. Prepare for a thrilling competition through a series of fun games. Voice cracked a little bit right there. And that's why it's so important to have water. Welcome, dear contestants. Welcome, dear contestants, to the Carnival Showdown. Prepare for a thrilling competition through a series. I wasn't feeling that. Welcome, dear contestants, to the Carnival Showdown. Prepare for a thrilling competition through a series of fun games that will test your skills. Maximum speed. At third place, huh? Welcome, dear contestants. Welcome, dear contestants, to the Carnival Showdown. Prepare for a thrilling competition through a series of fun games that will test your skills. Let me hear the reference one more time. Oh, that's very, okay. Welcome, dear contestants, to the Carnival Showdown. Prepare for a thrilling competition through a series of fun games that will test your skills. Maximum speed. At third place, huh? Welcome, dear contestants, to the Carnival Showdown. You know, it's my own flair, it's my own style. It's in the same kind of essence of the sample voice, but hopefully they like that. Let me go ahead and take out the mistakes real quick. It's so important to have water. Welcome, dear contestants, to the competition through a series of fun. At third place, huh? Welcome, dear contestants. Welcome to a series of fun games that will test your skills. Welcome, dear contestants, to the Carnival Showdown. Prepare for a competition through a series of fun games that will test your skills. Maximum speed. At third place, huh? Welcome, dear Welcome, dear Carnival Showdown. Awesome. Carnival Showdown. Prepare for a thrilling competition. So they got a couple different samples to choose from, and again, this is just so that the customer can get exactly what they're looking for. They can pick the voice they love, and that way I can do the whole project in that voice. So it definitely saves time, and it gets the customer exactly what they need. So let me go ahead and save that. Carnival Voice. That's what I'm going to title it. Again, typically I label it the company name or the character name, but in this case there's no character name, there's no company name, so I'm going to call it Carnival Voice. And I'm going to go ahead and send it right now. Carnival Voice. What do you think of this voice? I sent a couple different variations. Alright, cool. That's it. That is it. Now we're just going to wait for their response. That is done. That is done. offer. I got an offer to send. So I got to actually send an offer to a customer. Do we have any questions about this so far? Charles says, when do you get paid from a client? So the client actually pays up front. All the customers pay up front in order to place the project. That's how it works with the voiceover websites like Fiverr, for example. They always have to pay, and then the project comes through and I see it on my end. So always got to pay up front. And that's great because you don't have to go chasing after customers or anything like that. But even if a customer reaches out directly to me through email or messages or social media, I would send the invoice and I would still have upfront payment. That's how I like to do it. I haven't had any problems with it. Now, if it's a customer that I worked with for years, you know, I might be more lenient to just send them the voice without payment because I know they're going to pay for it. But that's up to you. There's some people that just send the invoice and the voiceover and then just wait for the company to pay. I feel much more comfortable. My own experience is just having to pay up front. So again, both are not wrong. Both are great ways to do it. That's just how I do it. What type of companies send you sample demos? Sample? What kind of sample demos? You're the one sending the demos. They're not sending you the demos. They're sending you scripts. They're sending you audition scripts. And you would be sending the demos to them. You would be sending the audio to them for them to actually be able to book you. So hopefully, I hope that answers your question. Okay, cool. Now I'm doing, I'm going to send an offer to this customer here. 101 words, $100, 100, so 4, 8, 12, 120 bucks. 120 bucks for this one. For 155 words. Should be actually 160, but technically 5 words over, but you know what, I'm feeling nice today, so hey, my friend, please accept this offer when you're ready. $120, and I'm gonna give myself 4 days for this one. Let's do that. Awesome. Cool. Sent the offer. That's it. That is it, my friends. That is it. Oh, the scripts. The scripts. Yes, exactly. The scripts. So, yep. It can be all kinds of companies. It could be gaming companies, commercial companies, radio. It could be, I mean, local businesses. It could be startups. It could be Kickstarter campaigns, podcasts. So you get a whole variety of different companies that could send you scripts. Julie says, is that why you have to be quick, sending the word fast, or they can just keep looking? Exactly. You hit it right on the head. So, yep. You got to be fast because if you take too long, they're gonna be looking, and usually they are looking at other talent. So it's sometimes it's not all about the best talent. Sometimes it's who was the fastest, which is kind of a little mind blowing if you think about it. But that's just how important speed is. And I've had it happen to me plenty of times where I took too long, and they've actually told me, you know, we love your voice, but we already got somebody on the project. So. And they've even told me, we like your voice better, but, you know, we already found somebody, we're already in the process, but we'll keep you in mind for the future. So that to me shows how important speed is when working and booking projects. And sometimes even more important than talent. So it's not always the most talented person that gets the job, it's the person that's the quickest. So there's a little tip for you. Nicole says, hi, I'm looking to get into voice acting. What type of programs do you use to edit videos and sounds? Look at Audacity for starting out. There's also Adobe Audition. Now I use FL Studio. By the way, guys, if you are excited to get started, I have a step-by-step starter course in the link in my bio. The starter course walks you through everything you need to learn about getting started, from what kind of mic to get, to how to use it, to how to set up your recording space, what kind of materials to use, either in your room or your closet, and the voice training, different techniques to actually improve your voice, and also the recording and editing process. So all of my best settings and my workflow to actually create high quality professional voiceover so you can put together your demo. I even include scripts that you can use for that recording demo. Anyways, it's a one-time 27 bucks that is available in the link in my bio. And there's also an optional PDF guidebook that goes into the best websites, the best strategies to get those jobs, and how to succeed. So make sure to take a look at that in the link in my bio. Once again, that is the starter course, one time 27 bucks. Another question here is from Darren. I was wondering, how do you get hired as a first timer? Do you need a work resume? So you don't need a resume. The most important thing is your demo. The demo is going to do the talking for you. Even if you're brand spanking new, as long as you put some time into training your voice and sounding your best, your demo will show that. So have a good booth, have good quality audio, learn how to record and edit so you can start to use that demo to market yourself. And remember, your voice is unique. So even if there's other competition out there, nobody else has your voice and your personality. So use that as a motivation to, actually create something great. But anyway, those are the projects. I'm just going to do one quick look here, see if I missed anybody. But I'm just going to wait for these guys to get back to me. And we should be pretty good. Let's see. Yep, we're looking pretty good. Alright, yep, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Looks like I responded to everybody, so. Awesome. That is done. Done, 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 done. Done, done, done. I'm going to close the program and bring it back so we can answer a couple more questions. Done, done, done. Alright, awesome. Do we have any more questions before we wrap this puppy up? Julie says, how do you know what to do as a demo? So great question, Julie. It comes down to your voice. It comes down to what your voice sounds like. And a couple of tips that I like to give are, you got to use scripts and styles that you're most confident in. So everybody has a different voice, which means you're going to be the best at different sorts of genres and scripts. You got to experiment. You got to get feedback as well to kind of narrow it down to find those styles and genres and types of voiceovers that you want to put on your demo. And so if you have a calm and soothing voice, maybe that's meditation. If you have an energetic and high-pitched voice, maybe it's animation or, video games. Or maybe you just have like a calm, easy to listen to, pleasing voice, which could be audiobooks. So Julie, I can actually give you feedback. Since you're in the starter course, you can send it to me. You can send it to me, I'll give you feedback. But generally, you want to get feedback from other professionals, coaches, other people who are voice actors, basically people who know what to look for. And so, but yeah, since you are in the starter course, you can send it to me and I'll give you some feedback. So once you create your demo, email it to me and I'll go ahead and listen to it and give you some feedback. But yeah, that's generally how you actually discover what kind of voices you want to use and put in the demo. And also, you're going to find out more and more over time, because you'll notice that some customers are actually booking you for certain projects more than others. And so you kind of realize, whoa, I'm getting a lot of people that want me for these type of commercial sounding voices. So they're showing you your bestseller. Yep, no problem, Julie, no problem. By the way, we do have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel. I need everybody to go to YouTube real quick. Go to YouTube right now. Type in VoiceOver Freedom. Let me know you found it. I'll go ahead and hang around a little bit longer just to answer more questions. And then we'll be wrapping this puppy up. We'll be wrapping it up. Let's get down to business. We got one more night to witness. We had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save that. That's all good to go. Happy May, everyone. Happy May. You have a lot of good videos on YouTube. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Was anybody able to find the YouTube channel, by the way? Was anybody able to find the YouTube? That's VoiceOver Freedom on YouTube. Cool. Well, that's the live, my friends. It was a really great session. We did a couple of projects on the spot. All of them were cartoon projects, which I think are super interesting because you actually get to see me interpret the script. You get to see me actually be expressive and actually use my body and change my voice, and also my process between, determining what to send the customer, and you could see how quickly I edit. So just a little more immersive of a live today. But typically the lives I'm answering questions and I have, you have my full focus, but this is to change it up a little bit. So I'll be mixing it up. Sometimes I'll be in the booth recording projects, and other times I will be fully focused on TikTok. I'll be in my kitchen or in my living room just answering questions. But regardless, make sure to hit that follow so you can catch the next live, as we are just scratching the surface. There's so much information to cover. And if you're excited and can't wait to get started, absolutely check out that starter course that I've put together for you. It walks you through everything in detail about how to get started, like what kind of mic to choose and how to use it correctly, to how to put your recording booth together in your closet or at home, to how to record, how to edit, how to train your voice. Tons of great valuable lessons in that starter course, and an optional PDF guidebook on the best websites, how to get those jobs, how to succeed, pricing, royalties, commercial rights, things that have taken me years to learn. You're going to get in that starter course for just 27 bucks. I mean, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So that's going to cut your learning curve. That's going to allow you to hit the ground running. And I will be here to help. I will be here to answer your questions. I'll be here tomorrow as well. So Julie says, Chris, thank you again for sharing. We definitely appreciate you. Have a great night, y'all. Have a great night as well. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one. Anyways, this is Chris signing off.